It says I'm live, but can I be seen? What is going on? Yeah. How do I refresh this? I'm a little confused right now. Maybe it's like, let's see. No, it's not. Okay, guys, let me see if I can refresh this. I have no clue what's going on. What is happening? Why can't you see me? Share screen. How do you refresh? Details. Let me try refreshing. Let me just hit refresh button. Yeah. Okay, I'm here. I'm gonna see if I can make it a little bit dimmer for Halloween. Let me get that dim. Oh, guys. Happy Halloween, everyone. I am here. I'm live. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties a little bit earlier. Oh, let me make sure the sound works. I'm over here yapping away. Oh, things are a little different here. What am I signed into? Oh, I see. Okay, I'm in the wrong account. All right. I am in the wrong account. Okay, 1 second, guys. Lots of technical difficulties. It's not even Mercury retrograde yet. Well, let me do one thing first and check the sound to see if you guys can actually hear me on this beautiful Hallows Eve night. Or not? Now my internet's not even working. You guys, I'm going through it. What is happening? What is happening? Is it not meant to be? This is insanity. This is insanity. Don't tell me the internet's not working. Can you guys see me? Okay. I'm here. They'll provide you with a custom loan payment. Okay, so the sound is working. We're in here. Thank God. We are here this Halloween night for a live tarot reading session. Let me see if I can get in the prompt so you guys will know all the information that you need to know. And welcome Halloween night. It is definitely a beautiful, beautiful Friday night. I'm so happy that Halloween is on a Friday. It never happens that way. It's never that easy. It's never that smooth. As you can see, I am a witch tonight. Welcome all to AstroTarotResearch. I did say I would go live on Halloween. I said it'd either be Thursday or Friday. I will also be live tomorrow. So, if you missed this live, there's the normal scheduled live. This was a pop-up because I wasn't sure what time I would be able to get on. So that's the reason I'm popping up, and I couldn't notify you guys a little bit earlier. But yes, let me put in the information for you guys. So if it is your first time here, I am Brandy. I am a practical tarot reader and an astrology researcher. So I give very grounded, everyday, real world insights that people can use to, help guide their everyday life. Tarot is there to help show us the possibilities, as well as astrology. It is there to help us to predict, to plan, and to make use of the beautiful life that we have in front of us. Now, during the live sessions, normally, people come, they ask questions, or we can talk and everything. It's Halloween night. I do want to create a poll. Did I ask you guys your favorite candy? I think I did, but I didn't get to go into all of the details because there was only 4 options. So I'm going to ask favorite candy tonight. And yes, I did eat candy corn. For those of you who are candy corn haters. Okay, we're going to do... Oh. We're going to do Snickers. I don't think I'm spelling that right. Oh my goodness. How do you spell that? Hold on. Let me make sure. No, I am spelling that right. Why is it saying that I'm spelling it wrong? Okay. That's strange. So this is spelled correct. And then, ooh, this is a common one. And I got to get in another one. This is an old school one, but I see it. I see it all the time for Halloween. You know, they never go out of style. You know, I was just seeing a TikTok on people saying, like, do people not create candy anymore? Like, and I was wondering that too. It feels like the same candies like dominate the market since I was a child. And even when my parents was a child, there's certain candies that are out there that, you know, they used to eat and they're still around. But anyway, we've got our 4 categories, guys. It is Snickers, Reese's, Jolly Rancher, Ring Pop. Now, for me, my favorite candy is obviously going to be like some kind of chocolate caramel combination. I would choose Twix if it was up there, but we chose that last week. So I want to move on from that. Now, for this live, I decided I wanted to bring my tarot deck. Don't know if you guys will be joining me for this live. I know it's a last minute pop-up. I got to remind you guys, always hit the bell so you know when I'm going to pop up, especially for the Halloween readings. But this is my favorite deck. I feel like it is the most intuitive deck that I have ever gotten. And it's so simplistic looking too. It is the Robin Wood Tarot deck. Wouldn't expect it from that. And it has been extremely accurate for me. Extremely accurate. So if you have a question that you need clarification on, or you would want to be highlighted, or you're just curious about, then we can jump into it. If not, you know, it's fine. I'll probably be on, well, depending on the action. If it's slow, I'll just be on for 30 minutes, guys. If it picks up, I'll stay on for about an hour. I don't know how you guys have been this week, but I hope it's been actually beautiful. You know, this week's busy for me. A lot of schoolwork. I have been working on an assignment. I want to spend at least 4 hours on it today. And right now I've spent about 3 hours and like 10 minutes. I always time it. Well, not always, but you know, half the time I'll time it just to make sure that I'm not drifting off or like doing my own thing and going on like a random brain spiral, or you know what I mean? You know when you get distracted. Oh. But I am here and ready. Let me go to ooh. I can't wait. I can't wait to see you all tomorrow. It'll be the 1st of November. Let me give you the dates for the Mercury retrograde, because I know I'm not going to remember that tomorrow, and there's no time like the present. But yes, Mercury will be retrograde from November 9th to the 29th. So most of November, it will be retrograde. It's currently in its shadow period, so you might have a little technical difficulties, but really it doesn't start until the week after next week. So we guys, we're in the clear for that. And then it can just get a little wonky for the rest of the month in November, but that's fine. You know, there's a lot of good things going on. Hey, Juliana, how are you? I'm glad you like the spooky setup. I was really trying to make it a little bit dark. How have you been this Halloween? I know I'm coming on late. It's been such a lovely day, you know. The weather's not been bad. At least that's for Halloween around this time. At least not here in the DMV. Like it's what it was in the 60s earlier. So I was like, wow, that's pretty good for Halloween. Especially since November is tomorrow, just in a few hours. Said it's been great. I usually take the day off, but I had to work today. It's been very cool as well. Oh, I'm sorry you had to work today, but you know, at least you're getting money. And that is always a good thing here, taking advantage of the opportunities in front of you. You still get the whole weekend to enjoy. That's one great thing. Oh, do you have a costume or anything Halloween-ish? For me, I'm always choosing a witch. Granted, I did say I would try to be a mermaid next year because I'm always choosing witch over here. And you guys can't see my spooky candle, but I can try to create some sort of glow here. Glow under my chin. It's kind of dimming out. I accidentally kept it on all night. XOXO, I'm sorry, I do not offer free questions. The only people who really get free questions are the members. So they have to get the membership and then they get a free question once a month. So that is the only way to get a free question from me. But thank you for asking. So I just sent PayPal as well as a question. Did you receive, do you need the transaction ID? I can usually find it during the lives, but I'll go straight to it. It's usually just the readings that sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, I can't find that. Let me get into it. Let me go. Okay, so donation readings. Yes, questions are usually, I have it at the top here. It is $5 for yes or no, $10 for in-depth questions. There's no limit on the amount of cards that I will pull. And as I say, I'm more of a practical reader. So I like to use like real world examples, base it off of all the readings that I've done over the years and what I've seen play out for people. So that is my reading style. Sometimes it can be a little blunt. Yes, you can super chat. Super chat is always an option. I do prefer PayPal and CashApp, but you know, super chat is always there. Julia, I see your reading, but did you put the question in the reading? I was looking for it. Because I don't see the question in the PayPal. Or did I miss it? Did I overlook it? What does my new boss think of me? I recently transitioned to a new workplace. Let's get into that. And guys, don't forget to vote and hit the like button. I'm very curious to see what would be your favorite candy out of the 4 I have here. And also, I just like being liked, like all the other YouTubers out here. Oh, you forgot to put in the description. I was wondering. And yes, for anyone new here, you can send payment through Cash App, PayPal. Those names or usernames are in the description bar. And Super Chat is always available as well. As usual, it's $5 for any question that's a yes or no question, and $10 for any in-depth questions. And right now, I am doing Juliana's question. And happy Halloween to everyone. Okay, we have the Death card. Let me see if it'll focus. It's a little dark in here, so the focus is a little off, but we can do our best. We have the Death card. We have the Six of Wands. And we also have the Seven of Wands. So, I know you say this is, a new job, but to me, it feels as though not that they aren't acknowledging that you are new, but it's more like they feel as though this is, you come with a lot. Like you have a lot to offer the team, the department, the group. I'm not sure what you guys may call each other. It depends on the work environment, but they feel like you have a lot to offer and that you can back up the things that you say that you can do. They feel like you're somebody who takes the initiative. Six of Wands is definitely someone who is a really great leader. They feel as though that you have a great way to communicate with other people. You take responsibility for your work. They don't have to constantly say, hey, can you get this done? Can you follow up on this? Can you do this thing, that thing, this thing? They feel like, okay, you're on top of things over here. And the Death card is really great because it's kind of like fresh blood. It's new energy, game changer. You might even be bringing in new ways of doing things or new ideas, or just maybe you have your own sense of style or energy. But for them, they feel like, okay, this person is bringing a vibe that I like. And they're bringing in a sense of enthusiasm, a positive attitude. And one thing that they like about you is that you stand up for yourself. Like you can defend your decisions. It's not thoughtless. It's not decisions that you just make on the fly. When we have that Seven of Wands, it represents somebody who can defend their choices. And so they really like that about you, that you're not a pushover and that you're somebody who has principles and that you're really great about taking on the responsibilities in your work and making good choices. So they have all of that going on there for you. Sometimes though, I get the Six of Wands to represent being organized, being someone who kind of gets to the point, especially with the Seven of Wands there. It's like, oh, you're not here to waste time. You're not here to drone on and on in meetings. You're not someone who dances around the point or makes excuses. You're just there to get things done and get it done quickly and then letting everyone know what has happened. So that's kind of the vibe that they're getting from you. I will say, obviously, with a Death card, it can be a little bit scary because everyone knows that change can be hard, but they feel it's good. They feel like the energy you bring is really good. So far, so good in terms of like what your boss thinks of you. They have a pretty strong and positive impression of you. Let me pull another card here. We have the Three of Wands. So this is obviously someone who believes that you're looking out for your future. You are someone who is maybe looking up at that 5-year plan, 2-year plan, next steps. They feel as though you set goals for yourself. You're someone who can be very strategic. And they also find you to be patient enough. Okay. I'm not going to say super patient, but patient enough. Great. Thank you. It has been hard with the change. So I wanted to confirm everything was off to a good start. It's definitely off to a good start. They can see you growing with the team, and you bring your own flavor, you bring your own style and your own creativity. They're not expecting you to act like everyone else, and they like the fact that you have your own sense of creativity. Often I get the Three of Wands to represent somebody who can be experimental, to have new ideas, and they can be a team player, but generally they're going to bring about some innovation. So they really do already see some changes because of your presence. And it's good. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, to me, it feels like your boss really appreciates you so far. At least that's what I'm getting from the cards. Even if it's a big shift, they feel like it's going in the positive direction. I'm glad that you have a boss who's a bit more open to change. Because that can be hard for certain people. Certain people can be quite resistant, but it seems like your boss has the attitude that they're open-minded to it. You're welcome. You are very, very welcome. I'm going to wish you the best with this new role here, this new position and workplace that you are in. I know that shifting workplace environments can be, quite daunting at first. There's so much to know, so many names, so many different tools to get familiarized with. So good luck, especially this late in the year. But I know a lot of people who are switching jobs around this time. Interesting enough, you don't expect it for like October, November, but it seems to be a popular thing. And I'm definitely going to be wishing you the best of luck. I can't wait for you to grow in this new role. Let me make sure I got all my cards here. I think one flew on the floor. Oh, let me get some water, guys. I'm losing my voice. I don't know when my voice gets so dry so quickly. Ooh, I don't know when my voice gets so dry so quickly because I haven't been talking that long. At least it doesn't feel like it's been that long. I don't know. You guys tell me. You tell me. I think Halloween might be one of my favorite holidays. It's just so nice to be able to dress up. I went to the store earlier and there was just a bunch of people in costumes. And I don't know, I just like it. Maybe because it's like a break from the normal and you get to see everyone's creative ideas and their random references. There's so many specific references from pop culture that you can choose. Me, I'm always choosing like a classic icon or a figure. So I'm going to choose a witch. I'm going to choose a mermaid. I usually don't choose specific people. I noticed that, but I do think that is really cool when people do. I have been scrolling through TikTok, and I think one of my favorites was when someone chose to be, what's the woman from Matilda? The one who forced that kid to eat the cake. I was like, that is such a specific reference. So I really like that costume. Really cool. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what you guys do in terms of Halloween. Do you dress up? And if you dress up, are you picking like a cultural icon? Are you picking someone people can say, oh, you're blah, 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 blah? Are you just like rant me like, witch number 561? So random. And I've been really trying to, guys, for the background. I bought my little candle. You can't see it, and I couldn't find a place to put it so that you guys could see it. And I do have like these orange and purple light bulbs, so that's why the vibes of the room are a little bit darker, a little bit more spooky. I was trying to bring it in. I was trying to bring it in for you guys, but hopefully you like it. And for those of you who are not looking for a spooky vibe, you will see me tomorrow for the normal live session. But this is a pop-up. This is a pop-up here to answer your questions. As usual, guys, it's $5 for yes or no, $10 for in-depth questions. And there's no limit to the amount of cards that I will pull. I am just here to make sure that you get the full answer to your question that you're asking, especially on Halloween night. You know, this is All Hallows Eve, where all the spirits come out to give lots of clarity. It's almost like, I guess you can look at it to the portal of the other side being open for a bit. At least that's kind of how I see it, you know, like the dead walking among us, or spirits walking among us. So I know I love asking questions on Halloween. It just feels as though the answers come a lot more smoothly. It's like you're having a conversation with spirit without any filters, like they're right in front of you. So if you want to get a question, as per usual, you can pay through PayPal, Cash App, or Super Chat. That information can be found in the description bar. And if you would like a private reading from me, you know, that is also there in the description bar. So there is that information. And don't forget to fill out the poll and hit the like. You know, I really appreciate when you guys hit the like button. So far, Snickers is winning. I did not expect you guys to like Snickers so much, you know. I think we might have to have a battle of the chocolates, you know, and see what you guys are up to. Oh, we have a question. 2 questions. XOXO. What's to come for me and my kids? The ones I have now. Okay. Let's see. Just in general, I guess. Oh, Andrea, new subscriber, my beautiful spiritual sister and family. Well, welcome. I always love a new subscriber, and blessings and positive energy to you as well. And blessings to everyone. Okay. Let's get into XOXO. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Hierophant reversed. Sorry if it's trouble focusing. It's probably because of the lack of light. Then we have the King of Wands reversed. Ooh. And we have the Two of Wands. This one's upright. Okay, let's start there. So what's coming for you and your kids is, well, the Queen of Pentacles shows that you guys are spending some time taking care of yourselves, making sure that you're doing well, meaning in terms of like, do I feel good? Am I living a life that I want to enjoy? I mean, kids don't probably think in this way. The kids are probably like, you know, am I having fun, whatever. But having fun becomes part of the conversation as well. Ensuring that you feel supported, that you're surrounded by people who you love and you care for. The Queen of Pentacles is all about cultivating an environment that feels peaceful, that feels secure, that feels, I don't know, it just feels like home in a way. So very much a lot of that going on in terms of peace, stability, and ensuring that you guys are living a beautiful and balanced life. Now, the Hierophant reverse is interesting because it kind of shows that what's coming for you and your kids is a little bit unorthodox. That's generally what the Hierophant is going to indicate, especially with the Two of Wands reverse, which can indicate that maybe you're switching lifestyles, or even maybe you're particularly changing a role or changing a job that can be leading you down a path that is not typical for everyday people. So for example, and this is purely example, okay? I'm not saying you're doing this at all, right? Just want to be clear about that. For example, if you were to decide to become an acrobat in the circus, that's not a usual, typical thing. And so when we have the Hierophant reverse and the Two of Wands reverse, what's coming for you and your kids is a very atypical lifestyle. You're about to have some experiences or some everyday interactions, or the way that you live your life is not going to be typically relatable to the average person. And it could be something as simple as like, oh, I'm going to homeschool my kids. Most kids aren't homeschooled, you know, or it could be something like, I'm going to move to Jamaica, you know, as a I don't know what country you're from, but you know, I'm going to move from the US to Jamaica. Not the typical story, right? So that's going to be coming next. Something about the story, the way that you live your life, your daily habits and interactions is going to be changing. You might even be considering changing like your dietary habits of you and your children as well. When we have the King of Wands reverse, I generally think of this as having more time to relax. You know, when the King of Wands is upright, he's always busy, he's always on the move. And when he is in this reverse position, he's less about let's go, 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 and more so like, you know what? Let me pause and revisit my plans before I move forward. So, very much in line with this Two of Wands mindset. So, something about your life is about to go into a state of pause so that you can go to that next stage, which is going to be some sort of radical shift that people might look at you a little sideways, but it doesn't matter because it's going to lead you to more happiness and stability. And like I said, with this King of Wands reverse, it's like I'm pulling out of the rat race. I'm dialing back when it comes to the work. I'm dialing back when it comes to responsibilities and the duties and the this thing and the that thing and this obligation. It's like I'm pulling away from that. You know, I just don't have time for that as much anymore. Let me pull some more cards. If you guys are coming in, don't forget to press the like button. I'd really appreciate it. And vote on the polls. All right, let's pull some more cards. Okay, we have the Hermit card here and the Three of Swords reversed. So definitely about separation and leaving some things behind. Now, when I'm looking at the Hermit and the Three of Swords, sometimes this can be as simple as like, hey, I am leaving my job behind, because I often get the Hermit card connected to Virgo. And generally when it comes up in the week for me, it's like, okay, something work related is going on. Three of Swords is generally like I'm being separated from this environment, or I'm having some hard conversations with people or some awkward conversations with people that is going to allow me to filter certain people out of my life who have been stressing me out. And so that is coming up for you and your kids, or one or the other, depending on the age that they are in. If they're teenagers, and yeah, they might have some hard conversations with some friends and friendship breakups. You know, kids have friendship breakups all the time. So definitely 100% what's coming out is that you guys are shifting away from people who just don't have your back or don't have the same values as you, who aren't aligned in the same mindset. And I really do see for you particularly, you may be changing your job, you know, relatively soon-ish, you know, within a couple of months. Now, I want to go into what's to come for you in the month of November. All right, we have the Ace of Wands. Generally, I get this card to represent new inspiration, feeling excited, feeling as though you have your life back, your sense of vitality back. You have energy. You feel like you are alive again. If you have felt a little bit sluggish, or you felt a little bit uninspired, or you felt like life is too stagnant, or every day is kind of the same, this Ace of Wands shows you're feeling as though your world is changing. You feel this new sense of inspiration take over you for the month of November. We have the Strength card coming up here. Something tells me this is going to be creative inspiration, and you may even be spending more time with your kids, just because when we have the Strength card and the Ace of Wands, those can both connect to the sign of Leo in astrology, which is the sign of children. And so more than likely, this is like, hey, I'm doing some fun activities with my kid. I say fun because the fire signs usually indicate this is something I want to do. This is something I desire to do. This is something that makes me happy. So generally, I feel as though it's going to be something exciting having to do specifically with your kids, some more activities together. The strength card can also represent that, you know, there's going to be some people in the month of November or even circumstances that you may find to be a little bit challenging, because generally the strength card is like, oh, I got to be patient with these people around me. Like certain people might be dropping the ball that happens, or there may be some delays or miscommunication. And you're just like, okay, I've got to be patient with these people. I've got to be patient with this circumstance. I want this to move forward. I want things to, you know, be neat, be organized, to be in alignment, but not everyone is on the same page as me. And that strength card is very much indicative of that energy. I generally get that card to represent, like, let's say you were in the process of moving and you're looking for updates from your broker. The strength card is like, you've got to, you know, reach out to them and say, hey, what's going on with this? What's going on with that? You know, or the person that you're renting from, you're reaching out to them, or any landlords or any sort of situations you have to wrap up. But the strength card is like, I've got to stay on top of people to help guide them. Look at the way she's guiding this lion. And that's kind of like you this month, and not this month, next month, but in a few hours it'll be this month. Having to sort of stay on top of people. The strength card can definitely be indicative of that. Oh, this card wants to come out. We have the King of Swords. Love this card because this is a card of future planning. I usually get the King of Swords to connect to this feeling of, all right, I need to think of not just my next few steps in terms of like, what am I doing next year? I need to think about what I'm doing 5 years from now. So something along the lines of, okay, will my job role be relevant 5 years from now? Will I need to go back to school? Will I need to look up different trades? What is the rent going to look like 5 years from now? How will inflation affect my life, you know, in this long-term time period? So the King of Swords shows that next month you're going to be thinking very strategically about your future and the future with you and your children. In terms of anything like, you know, if they're going to college, it's like, well, can I afford to help send them to college? Do we need to look at scholarships? Should I open up an investment fund for them? Like, it's very much wrapping your mind around the long term, especially when it comes to fifth house things that can do with dating, relationships, children, and just generally things that you enjoy and find inspiring. So that's where your mind goes into when it comes to this month. But this month is very strategic, and a lot of it's going to feel like, I'm not going to say it's going to feel super fast. Maybe certain periods will feel fast, but generally it's going to feel like you're making a lot of quick decisions, or you're having a lot of inspiration of like, oh, I know how to do this, or I know what I'm looking for, or I have this vision, and this is what's going to be playing out for you for the month of November. I'm going to pull one more card here as well. This does seem to be a very, I don't know, it's like a very take charge month. That's the vibe I'm getting for November. And we have this Judgment card. What did I say about feeling refreshed, revitalized, like you're back in your bag, like everything feels like it's in alignment? It feels like a fresh start, a fresh new day. It feels like you're transitioning, because I generally get the Judgment card to represent that, hey, I'm transitioning out of this space that I used to be in, or I am ready to get to that new place. If it's not within the month of November, you're like, hey, by the time it reaches December, I already know that I am going to be in this new state of mind, because I'm so determined to get to this new place, to this new state of mind, to this new being, to this new location, to this new job, to this new whatever. But it just shows that you're in this mindset to transform your life. And this month, you're going to be making some huge strides in that direction to reach the things that make you feel the most connected to your destiny and your purpose here. And if you feel as though you don't have an understanding of that, definitely within the month of November, it's going to provide you with a lot of clarity when it comes to that. I just want you to know that. This can also sort of represent that you might be changing a little bit in terms of the way that you have fun. You might just switch it up a bit, because we have this Judgment card, which connects to Pluto. And then, as I said before, Strength card connects to Leo. So it's kind of like Pluto being in Leo. So it's like, oh, I'm transforming the way that I enjoy my life, or that I spend my free time. Usually I spend my free time, I don't know, doing chores, or I spend my free time hanging out with friends. Now I spend my free time planning my next move for my business, or for planning travel plans. It's just like I'm changing the way that I spend my time. So that is what I'm saying. So XOXO, hopefully that was comprehensive and I gave you a breakdown and answer your questions. Let me know if I was on the mark, or if you felt you resonated or didn't resonate. Oh, I hope I'm saying this right. Paul. Okay. There's no L. I want to say Paulu so bad. But just sent the Cash App. All right. Okay, we are ready then. Feel free to drop in your question. I'm trying to figure this out. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It looks like you sent two. Looks like you sent one for yes and no, one for in-depth. And if you guys are watching, feel free to like. I'd really, really appreciate it. It really helps me out. So it's a hope for humanity. You know what? I can't answer that. But I like to think so. I do like to think so. There's always good people out there, and I'm sure you're a good person as well. So that alone shows that there's hope. I don't know. I didn't like it. Okay, thank you. Oh, which part didn't you like? Did you not feel you resonated with it? You got to let me know. Oh, happy Halloween. Yeah. And Paul, let me know your questions. And I hope everyone's having a beautiful Halloween, okay? I hope that it is a nice day for you all. I hope that you guys feel good. We only have, at least here on the East Coast, it's about an hour and 15 minutes left for Halloween. Oh, happy Halloween from San Diego. So you guys got plenty of time. It's still early in the day. For yes or no, I want to know if I will get kicked out of my program. I hope not. Are you not doing your work? What's happening? For more in depth, I have a connection with the guy. I want to know if he is future boyfriend I'm meant to be. Okay. Okay. We have the Hierophant. And we have the Six of Swords. And the Death card. Now, that's interesting. These cards do indicate, leaving the program, right? We do have this Six of Swords and Death, which would indicate a change, moving on, a transition. Someone lied on me and reported me. Wow. Okay. That's disappointing. I'm pulling the cards here. I got the Hermit, the Six of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. So to me, they're right in this thought process of like really examining this information that they have in front of them. But I do feel as though it might be more so you leaving the program rather than being particularly kicked out. Like, I don't get it from their side just based on the cards. Just based on the cards, I don't feel as though they're the ones who are going to kick you out. I just feel like at some point you're going to move on. Because I pulled this for you, the Nine of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. And for them, I got the Moon reverse and the Fool. And to me, it feels as though they're not really in this place where they're looking to sort of like punish you or take you out of the program or like try to, restrict you from your opportunities. But given the cards here, I feel as though, you personally at some point will probably end up moving on from the program. Just trying to figure out what's going on here. Whether you feel as though you may not like the community just because we got the Nine of Wands and the 10 of Cups here. Sorry, weird angle for my hand. And so it's kind of feeling like an uphill battle when it comes to the people that you're surrounded by and not feeling fully accepted. And I think that's going to come into play at some point, is what I'm seeing there. I think the people within the program may stress you out. I don't know how much longer you have in this program, but given that we have this Nine of Wands coming up, it's almost as if it's saying, okay, you've got a ways to go. And throughout that time, the people are, I don't know, they just feel very cliquey. They don't feel as though that they are as coming at you with open arms. They feel very closed off. They feel a little bit more judgmental. Let me pull these cards here. And I think with this Seven of Pentacles here is like saying you're going to find something else or another way to invest your time and your energy, whether that's going into a different program or finding something else that inspires you. We have the Two of Pentacles, which is all about juggling, waiving options. You said it's only 4 more weeks. Well, then I wonder why we got this Nine of Wands here showing like stress. Let's clarify this. What's going on here with the people? Queen of Swords, Eight of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so the people are a little bit funky there. Insecure. Okay. Ten of Swords, a lot of negative thinking. And the Eight of Cups there. Hermit, Two of Cups, and Judgment. I don't think that they're going to kick you out. That's one thing I do believe, that they're not going to kick you out. And that there's some insecure people who are being very, like, what's the word? Unwelcoming. The Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Cups and the Ace of Wands reversed. You'll move on from this experience. It may leave a little bit of a sour taste within your mouth, but I feel as though there's going to be some other opportunities out there for you, which is likely what the cards were referring to earlier, especially with that Two of Pentacles coming up. Strength card and the Nine of Wands again. Just push through these couple of weeks and it's going to be fine. But just know there is some opportunity out there. I don't even know if you'll remember this, but a few years from now, that is really going to be transformative for you. And bring you a lot of joy. And I'm assuming it's an educational opportunity or something along the lines of that. And the cards are saying, don't allow this experience to, I guess, put you off of the next one that's coming down the line. So that's what the cards are saying here. They usually don't give me stuff that far ahead unless I ask for it. But that's something that they want you to know. But I really don't feel like you're getting pushed out the program. Just essentially, I don't see that. If anything, you're just going to leave as normal. And then your next question was, I have a connection with the guy, so I want to know if he is my future boyfriend or if meant to be. Let's get into this. We have the Death card. Okay, this card flew out. The Six of Cups. And the Nine of Swords. And then the Six of Pentacles reverse. So in terms of your future boyfriend, I think you guys have a cute connection. And you may want to take your time getting to know this person. The cards aren't necessarily like a no, okay? But what they are saying generally with the Six of Pentacles reversed is I usually get that card if one person is like more ready than the other one. And the cards are kind of saying just take your time to getting to know each other so that you're both on the same wavelength when it comes to forming a relationship. But there is potential there. We got this Knight of Swords here and this Four of Pentacles. They are reversed. There is potential, you know. I mean, Knight of Swords is someone who's like, hey, you know, I am interested in romance, but I have this mentality of I'm looking for somebody with shared interest and I want someone who I can talk to. And then also because they're a knight and they're next to this Four of Pentacles, you know, they're a little bit shy about coming out of their shell and diving straight in, but they are willing to take a chance. They are willing to go into a relationship. It's just a little bit slow moving, a little bit. But I do see the chemistry there with the Death card and the Six of Cups. You guys have a very strong emotional connection when I see those two cards together. There is potential for a lot of emotional support, especially if one of you tends to worry a little bit more. I think you guys do a really great job at soothing each other's anxieties, and that's something that is very good in terms of your partnership. So what it's saying is there is strong potential for you guys to come together in a partnership, but take your time getting to know each other, and that's pretty much it. Hey, Meg, it is $10 for in-depth questions and $5 for yes or no. Just for anyone coming in. And that comment should be pinned to the top. It is also in the description for anyone new here. Super chats are welcome, but I do prefer Cash App or PayPal. And my PayPal and Cash App are linked in the description bar. And don't forget to like. I really appreciate that. And I do want to let you guys know when it comes to the readings, there's no limit for the amount of cards that I will pull for either yes or no for in-depth questions. My goal is only to answer the questions. No need to apologize. Lots of people come in, they're new. And so I have to like let people know, you know, how things work. And normally I try to do it every few minutes because I know not everyone reads. But we have Justice card here. So the advice really, Paul, is to take your time. You know, there's a lot of potential for you guys to come together and to connect, get to know each other. It shows me that you both have a lot of qualities that the other one is looking for in each other. And the only thing that could really cause this to sort of go south is to maybe rush too quickly into things. But there's a strong possibility that this person can be your next boyfriend. So that is what the cards are kind of saying. It is very strong. Ooh. How are you guys doing this Halloween night? I hope you're doing well. And if you're new to my channel, you know, if you're coming in, hi, my name is Brandy. I am a astrology researcher and practical tarot reader. And what that means is I like to use, you know, everyday real world insights to give you predictions based off of my years of experience and studying. And I know some people, they prefer a different reading style. So I like to be very upfront that my reading is definitely 100% based on the real world. So I'm not here to really sugarcoat things. Don't get me wrong. I'm not about to, predict any tragedies, but, but I do my best to remain honest in my readings. I know some people prefer things to be different. So that is why I like to be very upfront about that. I'm here to focus on real world practical in situations to help you feel empowered. So that represents things that are good, ideally, and that can represent things that can be a little bit more challenging. So I do want you guys to know that, because I don't want people to be alarmed. Some people prefer a little bit more how do I say it? I don't know. They prefer not to hear anything that's not positive. So I just want to say that's not me, and that's not what I'm here for. So I don't want anyone to get upset. But that is my reading style. And then also, if you're coming in, feel free to read the comment and the description. I want to welcome everyone first and foremost. Thank you for coming to my live. Thank you for coming to my channel. I love interacting with all of you, and I love that you guys are allowing me to read for you and to, I don't know, just be a part of your lives. Like, I think that's really special to get the opportunity to get feedback, to get an understanding of what's going on in the world, especially with, other people who are just normal people like me. And hopefully I can share any insights I have. And I also feel lucky because I get insights shared with me. Some of them are silly, like this one here, this poll about your favorite Halloween candy. Out of the 4 choices, Snickers is winning. And, I can't say I'm surprised. A lot of people love Snickers, But yes, that is who I am. That's my channel. That's how I read. I just wanted people to be aware of what I offer, because sometimes people are disappointed. Though sometimes people are very happy about the style. So it's just going to depend on the person. Oh man. I hope you guys are doing okay. I'm a little tired. I might have to leave in a bit. But I do want you guys to know I will be live tomorrow for the normal schedule live. Don't forget to check out my latest reading, which is all about how your boss sees you, maybe certain things that they want to wish you would change, or something along the lines of that. Sometimes it's like, even though they may know that you are a wonderful person, great employee, everyone has little quirks, right? And it's really not a reflection of you. I just wanted to do that reading because a lot of people are very curious about how their boss views them and sees them, and what their preferences are, especially because it can help them professionally. And so that is what I have. What are Tanya's intentions with me? Oh, let me get into that. Okay. The card that is popping out is the 2 of Swords. So Tanya may be a little bit on the fence about their intentions. They might be still trying to check in with themselves to figure out what exactly it is that they want. Okay. We have the 6 of Pentacles reversed here. And we have the Page of Pentacles. So from my understanding here is, I think this person has a lot of love that they would like to give and they would like to offer. And also, they're a person who just generally enjoys getting to know people who are new and wants to welcome you into their life. And when I'm looking at these cards here, the Six of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles upright, what this can mean is that they are looking for company. They are looking for someone who shares their values. They're also looking for someone who has a lot to give, like they have a lot to give. But I think if you're looking in terms of romance, I'm not saying it's not there, but Tonya is still trying to figure out where in their mind or in their heart they feel you most align with. They're like, does this feel like a friendship to me? Or does this feel more romantic? They're still trying to figure it out. And the way that they're going about figuring it out is by spending time together, to messaging each other, to connecting, to learning more about you. And then we have the Seven of Swords reverse. There's not like a real deep strategy or thought process around, I'll say, their intentions towards you. So they're not a person who's like manipulative. They're not a person who's just like, oh, I'm going to use this person for X, Y, and Z. They're very much, I wouldn't say completely free flowing, but they're a little bit more, less strategic. This is kind of what the cards are indicating here. And that's probably why they're struggling to figure out where they would see you in their life in the long run. This person, Tonya, is looking to learn more about themselves. They're looking, okay. We have the King of Pentacles. They're looking to understand what they're looking for within a partner. They're looking to understand what exactly is that they value in their life. They're trying to understand their needs more. They're trying to get from this place of Page of Pentacles to King of Pentacles. So it's really a lot about reflection when it comes to them and figuring their own selves out. You know, it's like this puzzle that they're trying to solve. And that's mainly the thought process when it comes to them. But I can look up to how they feel about you just in general. Okay. We have the Moon, which is very much in line with that Two of Swords energy, where it's like, is it romantic? Is it not romantic? Is this someone I want to continue investing in? The Seven of Pentacles is always that person who's reflecting and thinking hard and trying to figure things out. But I do know that they are seriously thinking about you. The Moon card generally represents feeling a pull towards someone, feeling some sort of, what's the word for it? Enamored by someone. It's like, oh, this person has my attention. This person I feel drawn to. And I want to know why. And that's kind of like their thought process when it comes to you. They're trying to figure out their emotions. They're trying to figure out what about you is pulling them in. They're trying to figure out what about you is enticing them or in putting them in some sort of like trance. Why do I think about this person? That's what's going through their head generally. But let me know, Todd, if any of this resonates. And you guys, tell me what you plan to do for the rest of the year. We only have 2 months left. Are there any goals or anything that you still want to accomplish? Are you just kind of coasting, spending time with friends, spending time with family? I know it's cuffing season for people, so a lot of people are looking for love, connection, looking to find someone to, I don't know, spend the rest of the holidays with. So it is that time in which like dating apps will blow up or something like that. Or, there'll be a lot of different holiday parties and such. I'm only mentioning this because I know a lot of my viewers are single. So I'm just throwing it out there. And also, as we close out, just let me know your thoughts on any readings you would like to see next. Um, I'm always very appreciative of any feedback or just sharing your thoughts in general with me. Trust and believe. I feel like I have learned just as much from you astronauts as you have, maybe learned from me. I'm hoping. And next week's reading, I believe, is more love themed. So I'm going to throw that hint out there for you all. I will be live tomorrow, maybe a little bit more briefly, just because I have a lot of things I need to do in terms of schoolwork. You guys know it's that time of the year where it's like crunch time. And trying to think if there's something else. Don't forget, like I said, to watch the reading Thursday. Answer the polls. I really appreciate you guys sharing your thoughts, sharing your insights, sharing your experiences. If you want to get a private reading from me, the link can be found in the description bar below. You can go through my Etsy shop. That is brand new. And I would love and appreciate if you guys check that out. But if you do not want to go through Etsy, like let's say you have CashApp and you can't go through Etsy, you can still use the tarot booking form. That still works. And I will still get notified if you choose a reading. Don't forget, memberships are available. So next month, I will be having the December 2025 reading premiere for members. And then I also will do the members only live where you guys can ask a free question or two per month. And then I think that is that in terms of any announcements. I do want to wish you all a beautiful Halloween. And I guess that's all I have to say. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for coming to the live. And thank you all for participating in the polls. And Snickers is the winner. Snickers is our candy winner. I would have chosen Jolly Rancher. I really like the Jolly Ranchers. But that's that. Thank you all. And I guess I'll say good night. I feel like I'm just repeating myself at this point. Yeah. And if you have any feedback, just let me know. I definitely love hearing your feedback. Trust and believe, I can handle it, guys. And that's that. So, au revoir.